If you've been telling yourself, this is just what happens with age, I want you to pause right now. Because what most men call getting older is often something they're doing every single day without realizing it. And it's quietly stealing their energy, their confidence, and their performance at night. Picture this. You wake up already tired, not exhausted, just flat. Coffee barely moves the needle. Your body feels heavier than it should. You look in the mirror and you don't recognize the guy staring back. Later, when intimacy comes up, you hesitate. You joke it off. You avoid it. Not because you don't care, but because you don't trust your own engine anymore. And somewhere in your mind, a quiet thought whispers, maybe this is just how it is now. Here's the part nobody tells you. The real cause of weak nights isn't age. It's a silent enemy most men over 45 are living with daily. And it doesn't announce itself. It hides in your schedule, your habits, your stress patterns, and your timing mistakes. It's not one big thing. It's a slow leak. Let me explain. Most men think performance problems come from hormones, or time, or bad genetics. Those things can matter, yes. But what actually pushes the system downhill is something far more ordinary. Constant low-grade stress paired with long stretches of stillness, poor recovery, and energy mismanagement. You're not broken, you're drained. And when your body is drained, it will always protect survival over desire. It will always choose safety over spark. That's not weakness, that's biology doing its job. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If your days are built in a way that signals danger to your nervous system, your nights will reflect that. Most men get this backwards. They try to fix nighttime performance with nighttime tricks, pills, powders, pressure, overthinking, but the real work happens in the first half of the day. Insight 1. Your energy system runs on timing, not just effort. In real life, this shows up as men who sit for long hours, then suddenly try to turn it on at night. They've been mentally stressed, physically still, emotionally tense all day. Then they expect their body to flip a switch into confidence and stamina. Why don't men notice this? Because they still feel fine. They're not sick. They're not injured. They're functional. But functional is not the same as fueled. The simple fix is not extreme workouts or supplements. It's rhythm. One of the easiest resets is stepping outside for a 10-minute walk within an hour of waking, letting real daylight hit your eyes and moving your body gently. That small act tells your nervous system, we're safe, we're awake, we're alive. It starts the energy cycle correctly instead of trying to fix it later. Insight 2, dehydration and underfueling quietly sabotage blood flow and stamina. Most men wake up and go straight to coffee, then more coffee, then maybe food hours later. They feel foggy, irritable, flat. But they don't connect that to nighttime performance. Why don't men notice this? Because dehydration doesn't feel dramatic. It feels normal. You're not thirsty. You're just dull. A simple fix is starting the day with a large glass of water before anything else, even adding a small pinch of salt if you tend to sweat or drink a lot of caffeine. That alone can shift how your body feels by mid-morning. And following that with a protein-forward breakfast within 90 minutes gives your system a real signal. We're building, not just surviving. Insight 3. Your body doesn't like pressure without release. Most men carry stress in their chest, jaw, shoulders, and gut. They clench through meetings, traffic, responsibilities, finances, family expectations, and they don't release it. They collapse into the couch at night and call that recovery. Why don't men notice this? Because they think rest means doing nothing. But the nervous system doesn't reset just because you stopped moving. Here's the fix. Short, intentional resets during the day. Something as simple as slow breathing where you inhale through the nose for 4 seconds and exhale for 6 a few times, morning and evening. This tells your body it doesn't need to stay in defense mode. And when defense mode shuts off, blood flow, confidence, and presence come back online. Insight 4. Long stretches of sitting train your body to feel old. This one surprises a lot of men. You can work out 3 times a week and still be draining your system if you sit the rest of the time. In real life, this looks like stiffness, tight hips, low back discomfort, shallow breathing, and a sense that your body is slowly rusting. Why don't men notice this? Because it happens gradually. No single day feels dramatic, but years of it add up. The fix isn't a gym membership, it's frequent small movements. Even 2 short 5-minute strength bursts per day, some squats, wall push ups, or light resistance can wake your muscles back up. Movement tells your body, I'm still capable. Capability builds confidence. Confidence fuels performance. Now, let me tell you a short story. A man I once spoke with, early 60s, successful, respected, sharp. On the outside, everything looked fine. Inside, he felt like his spark had faded. He avoided intimacy not because he didn't love his partner, but because he was afraid of disappointing her. He told himself it was normal. Age, stress, life. One night, after another excuse, he sat alone in the living room and felt a wave of regret hit him. Not about performance, about presence. He realized he had been slowly checking out of his own life, blaming time instead of paying attention. That moment didn't magically fix anything, but it woke him up. Here's what most men don't realize. Your body is always responding to how you treat it. It's not judging you, it's adapting, and adaptation can go both ways. Here's another short story. A man in his late 50s came to me feeling flat. Not broken, just dull. He didn't want a big program, he wanted something doable. So he changed 3 things. He started walking in the morning light, he moved his dinner earlier by 2 hours, and he shut off screens an hour before bed. That was it. Within 2 weeks, he told me he felt more alert, more present. Within a month, his partner noticed a difference before he did. His confidence came back, not because he tried harder, but because he stopped draining himself. Small changes, big shift. Now, I want to address the voice that might be popping up in your head right now. It might sound like this. Yeah, but I'm older. I've tried stuff. This probably won't work for me. Here's the grounded truth. You don't need to become who you were at 25. You need to support who you are now. And that requires different rules. Here's a pattern interrupt you might not like. Your problem is not lack of effort. It's misdirected effort. Most men try to power through, drink more caffeine, sleep less, push harder. All of that tells the body we're under threat. And when the body senses threat, it downshifts non-essential functions, including drive and performance. Another pattern interrupt. Confidence is not a mindset first. It's a body state first. When your nervous system feels safe, when your energy is stable, when your blood flow is supported, confidence shows up naturally. You don't have to fake it. So what can you start today? I've already mentioned some things, but I want you to hear them as real, doable behaviors, not a list of chores. Imagine waking up and stepping outside for 10 minutes. No phone, just light and movement. That alone resets your internal clock. Then, before coffee, you drink a full glass of water. Maybe you add a tiny pinch of salt. You're not trying to be fancy. You're just rehydrating the system. Within an hour or so, you eat something with real protein. Eggs, yogurt, leftovers, whatever works. So your body knows it's not running on fumes. Later in the day, maybe between meetings or before dinner, you drop to the floor for 5 minutes of simple movement. A few squats, a few wall push-ups, some light stretches. You're not training, you're reminding your body it still moves. Once or twice a day, you slow your breathing. In for 4, out for 6. That's it. You don't need incense, you need oxygen and calm. You eat dinner a little earlier, giving your body time to digest before sleep. And you turn off screens an hour before bed, letting your mind come down naturally instead of staying wired. That's 7 simple behaviors woven into normal life. No extremes, no embarrassment, no pressure. Here's what happens when you do these things consistently. Your body starts trusting you again. And trust is everything. When your body trusts you, it releases tension. When tension releases, blood flow improves. When blood flow improves, stamina and responsiveness follow. When that happens, confidence doesn't need to be forced. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being supportive. One of the biggest mistakes men make is waiting until they feel motivated. Motivation comes after momentum, not before it. You don't need to feel ready. You need to start. Because here's the truth. The decline most men fear is not inevitable, but it is negotiable. And the negotiation happens through daily signals. Your body listens to what you do, not what you wish. If you felt like your nights have been weaker, flatter, or more uncertain, it doesn't mean you're done. It means your system needs different input. And that's good news, because you control that. I want you to comment the phrase "not done yet" below this video. Not for me, for you. Let it be a small declaration that you're still in this. And if you want to go deeper, the next video I recommend is about how your morning habits are quietly shaping your confidence all day long. If this kind of grounded, no-nonsense guidance helps you, you can subscribe for more of it. I'll be here.